Welcome to Nuke's Fitness Podcast. My name is Manuk Vink, and after having struggled with my body image and my fitness journey for more than 10 years, leading me to all sorts of extremes, I have now finally cracked the code on how you can achieve a fit and toned physique without extremes and restrictions. Now, being a certified nutritionist and personal trainer, I have made it my mission to help women achieve their body goals by feeling empowered through fitness instead of being afraid of foods and being controlled by the fitness industry. In this podcast, I will be sharing with you tried and true methods on how you can finally achieve your dream body and tell you the secrets most coaches won't, so you can start taking control of your body goals while still enjoying life. Thank you so much for listening and enjoy the show. I have decided to split up my Dream Body Challenge into a 4-week podcast series. So over the next 4 weeks, you will be able to listen to my Dream Body Challenge that I offer on my website as a podcast series. So stay tuned, as today you will be listening to one of the Dream Body Challenge challenges. Hello, superstars, and welcome to day 2 of the Dream Body Challenge. I am so excited to have you here, and I hope you guys all managed to get through day 1 of the Dream Body Challenge if you weren't there live, and I hope you're filling out your action guides because we are going to dive a little bit deeper today. Yesterday was all about setting the foundation, and I hope you had some light bulb moments on why maybe your goals weren't as specific as you thought that they were, and why maybe in previous previous fitness journeys, you weren't able to achieve the results that you wanted to achieve because you were stuck in the fitness futility loop, because you weren't working towards the correct goal. So today we are going to be diving into some new stuff that I've never shared inside this challenge before, and some old stuff or stuff that is so extremely important that we can't leave it out. So welcome to day 2 of the Dream Body Challenge. First of all, I want to thank you guys for being here. And I want you to take a moment that the fact that you are showing up already is such a massive win. We all have extremely busy lives. It is already difficult to show up for ourselves, to go to the gym, to show up for ourselves, to work on our nutrition, to show up for ourselves in general. And the fact that you're here and you're watching this right now means that you decided to choose yourself today, and that you set some time apart to improve your life, to be a better version of yourself. So take a moment and just be proud of the fact that you decided to join today's call, or that you are watching the replay today. So congratulations on that, and I'm so excited to have you here. So a little recap of yesterday's call, yesterday's day. I just want you to think about, what were your biggest wins of yesterday's Dream Body Challenge? Did you get a little bit more of a light bulb moment on, hey, this is why I haven't been achieving the results that I wanted to achieve? This is why I am struggling to see the results that I want, and I haven't been working towards the right goal. And now I know exactly what I need to do and how I need to execute it to get the results that I want. And I hope that you got extremely clear. I hope that visualization that we did yesterday got you clear on what it is that you do want to achieve, and that you saw that you are able to achieve so much more than that you think that you can. So now that we're clear on your goal, we are going to dive into some other things. We are going to dive into why you are struggling to stay motivated, what we can do to stay motivated, or rather consistent. And of course, we are going to be talking about decoding the body. That is something new that I am adding into this challenge, because I think it's extremely important to tackle the energetic blocks of why you might not be achieving the results that you want due to energetic and emotional blocks that you are carrying with you. So please take out your action guides for today's challenge, and we are going to be diving right in. So, like I said, today's challenge is all about motivation. Nope, we're going to be talking about consistency and decoding the body. So, we're first going to talk about consistency, and I'm going to be talking about consistency and not motivation, because we don't stay motivated. I get questions like, I'm talking about people in the fitness industry, people that you ask, how do you stay motivated? The question is, we don't. We do not stay motivated. I don't wake up every single day thinking, yay, I want to work out. Most days I don't feel like working out, and some days I do, just like everybody else. So it's not about focusing on motivation, because motivation is fleeting for absolutely everyone. It is limited. You cannot rely on it. So you need to stay consistent. And we're going to be talking about how you're going to stay consistent inside today's challenge, because it's about making a commitment to yourself. That is what it's about. And to stay consistent, you need to book in time for yourself. Just like you're doing today for this challenge, you need to schedule in time for yourself. Because unfortunately, for some reason, we don't value ourselves as much as we value other people in our life. So hear me out. Basically, when you show up for me in this challenge, for example, you're not showing up for yourself. You are, but you're showing up because I'm on the other side of the screen. You're showing up because you know this challenge is here and I'm here. So I'm waiting for you. So you're not showing up for yourself, you're showing up for me. When you go and you have an appointment with a personal trainer, I've had this with my clients, they show up because I'm there. They don't show up because they are showing up for themselves. Does that make sense? So even when it comes to anything in your life, so if you're thinking of like, getting an appointment at the hairdressers, showing up for meetings for work, showing up for things for your kids or for your partner. You show up for them so easily, and you quite easily set aside time for them, but you don't set aside time for yourself. Think about it. When you're looking at your schedule and the things that you've got to do, and you want to work out throughout the day, you're very you very easily scrap that from your day because it's not as important, right? Well, that's where you're wrong, because you are the most important in your life. If you don't show up for everybody else, if you don't show up for yourself, how do you think you're going to be able to show up for everybody else in your life? You need to be able to fill your own cup first before filling other people's cups. And for some reason, we have a big problem with this. So because we don't value ourselves enough. And I'm here to tell you that you are the most important, because when you're taking care of yourself, you can show up so much better for everybody else. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I always say this to everybody that I've coached, all my members, everybody in the challenge, is working out. It's not about like I'm motivated every day, but it's about like part of your routine. Working out is like brushing my teeth in the morning. It's something that I just get done. So you schedule it into your day, you schedule it into your life, just like you would a meeting. So to stay consistent, you need to book it in like a meeting with yourself, because that is also how important it is. When you schedule it in with yourself, you suddenly value it more because it's part of your schedule. You've scheduled it in, you've planned it in, and you're not going to move it for nobody, because it is time. It's an appointment you made with yourself. So you've guessed it. That is exactly what we're going to be doing today. I want you all to grab your calendars while you're watching this challenge. And I want you to commit to 2, 3, 4, 5, however many days you can fit in to your schedule to work out. That is however many days you are going to schedule in. And I want you to make sure that you can commit to that time. So think about how long, if you're doing a home workout, how long is it going to take you to set it up? How long is it going to take you to do the workout? And how long is it going to take you to cool down? If you're working out in a gym, how long is it going to take you to get there? How long is it going to take you to do the workout and set it up? How long is it going to take you to get back and unwind and get back to work? So I want you to do this because I want you to make sure that you can commit to these days and times, because that's what we're going to be doing today. You're going to be scheduling days and times throughout the next few weeks that you can for sure go to the gym and do a workout or a home workout or get that workout in. And you're not going to budge. And I want you to be able to commit to this 100%. And that's why I say, I don't care if that's 2 times. I don't care if that's 1 time a week. I don't care if that's 4 or 3. And for my overdoers, don't do it past 5. It is not necessary. You need your rest days. But even with just 2 sessions a week, consistently for months and months and months, you will get results. You will get more results than if you were to do the all or nothing approach. Okay, now that you've hopefully scheduled those times in throughout the next few weeks, I want you to take a moment and I want you to applaud yourself for committing that time to yourself. Because I know it's not always easy to put ourselves at the top of the list of importance and priority, and you should be up there. So well done for doing that. Now let's also execute it. And the reason we're doing this, and I touched upon it earlier just now, the all or nothing approach does not work. And when you rely on motivation, it doesn't work, because some days you're going to wake up motivated and you're going to go hard and you're going to do it. And like you see in the graph, you're you're going to get those workouts done that maybe lasts for a week or 2 weeks, or maybe not even, maybe a few days, and then it drops off again. When you focus on consistency, it's something that you just schedule into your day. So it's something that you just get done. And you're going to get better results because you've made that commitment to yourself. You're getting it done no matter what. And that is how you're meant to look at it. Same with like this all or nothing approach, which so many of us have. One of my members has this a lot, and we tackled it because if you think of a car, right? When you put gas in that car, and when you put just a small amount of gas in that car, so just a little bit, and then you rev it and you go really fast, how long do you think that car is going to last? Not very long, because you've used up all the energy in a short amount of time. So if you look at the graph here as well, when you focus on the all or nothing approach and you're super intense for 2 to 3 weeks and you're going hard and you're getting it done and you're super motivated and you're tackling your nutrition and you're tackling your workouts and you're tackling it all, you're tackling your sleep, and you're doing 5 sessions a week for you maybe last 2 or 3 weeks. After a while, it's going to catch up with you because you're going to realize it is not something that you can keep up with. It's not something that you can sustain in your lifestyle. So again, it drops off. So the same question, how do you think your results will be when you do this for 2 or 3 weeks very intensely and then you drop off for a few months and then you start again? You're not going to get the results. So then you'd rather focus on just going to the gym twice a week consistently for 6 months. Who do you think is going to get better results? The person that does it for 6 months, twice a week, and stays consistent with their workout program. So that is what we're going to be focusing on when you work out. I want you to pick days and times that you can commit to, that you can stay consistent with, even on days that you are not feeling motivated. Because, like I said, I do not wake up motivated every single day. I literally lay in bed in the morning and think, oh, I have to go work out today. I don't feel like it. I have a debate with myself. Should I skip it? No. Maybe I can do it tomorrow? No. Okay. Because I've made that commitment to myself. And then once I've done it, I feel so much better for it. I feel so much better for it because more often than not, the all or nothing mentality has a negative impact on your goals because it creates this unbalanced and what do you say, like toxic relationship with training and nutrition because it's like, all like go all in and then take back, like even in like imagine you're having a relationship with your body, like how would you treat your body, right? Would you like give it all its love like in 1 or 2 weeks and then take it all away? Like that doesn't work. It doesn't work in any scenario. And not only because of that, and not only because you can't rely on motivation, but because you need to listen to your body. You need to work together with your body. And that is where decoding the body comes into play because there is a fine line. Yes, there are days where you're going to feel unmotivated and you're going to feel tired and weak and like you don't want to work out, right? There are going to be days like that. And then you need to find a fine line between is this an excuse or am I seriously feeling under the weather, right? Because we can very easily feel that our body needs some rest. And sometimes you need to give your body rest. But sometimes, and you know it when you're doing this, sometimes you're looking for an excuse to take a break and not having to go to the gym. That is where in the coaching style that I use inside the membership, we use intuition to tap in to see and feel out, like specifically tap in, hey, am I finding an excuse or do I really need a break right now? And that's where you really start working in harmony with the body. And that's also where decoding the body comes into play. Because when we think of our body goals and achieving our body goals, we often approach it with a very masculine approach, which means like masculine means like getting it done, just doing it no matter what, no excuses. But that doesn't work because when you do that, you're still going to start overriding what your body needs, and then you're not going to get the results that you want in the end. So you need to find a balance with the feminine and the masculine, and find a balance where you're listening to your body, you're going with the flow, but you're taking action, because you cannot achieve the results that you want by just sitting in a chair and wishing on a star. You need to do the work. You need to do the work. So finding that balance is extremely like delicate. And also you but let's be honest, like, when you're lying to yourself. So that's where we just need to like dig out, like, hey, are you lying to yourself, or does your body actually need a break? So I'm going to show you an example of what I went through. And this is to show you, when you're too much in your masculine, when you're not listening to your body, and when you're overdoing it, you're actually not going to get the results that you want. In this picture, I was training 5 to 6 times a week. I was tracking my nutrition, and I was pushing very hard with my body. I was extremely frustrated. I was beating myself up because I wasn't getting the results that I wanted for all the work that I was putting in. I was putting so much work in, guys. I was training so hard, 5 to 6 times a week, 1 to 2 hour sessions, I think more like around the 2 hour session range. And I kept pushing, I kept pushing, I kept pushing. And what ended up happening, as you can see, I started gaining weight, I started swelling, I started becoming heavier. So, what was my body telling me? Well, that is where the energetics of the body comes into play, because your body is always trying to guide you. And this is something that we don't quite seem to understand, and that I feel like most coaches don't even understand, because we come from this place of just getting it done and doing the actions, and then you'll get there. Yes, 100%. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to what's happening. So there is an energetic reason, an emotional reason why your body is doing certain things. So why your body is holding on to fat, why you're bloating, why you're swelling in certain areas of the body. And I'm sure a lot of us already feel that, right? Like, I felt in my second competition, my body was not cooperating with me. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, even though I was putting all the work in. And I felt my body was literally giving me the middle finger and going, hey, hold on, you're not listening, even though if I was doing it all right. It's the same thing. Like, like, what's the best example? Yeah, if I'm presenting, right, and I normally know everything, I know my shit, like, I know what I'm telling you, but then in the moment that I get on stage and I get nervous, my body starts shaking and responds immediately to the anxiety that I have, even though I know what I'm talking about. So your body is immediately trying to tell you something, like, hey, you're stressed right now. That's why your heart is beating fast. The same thing goes for holding on to fat, for struggling to put on muscle, for swelling in the body, for bloating in the body. So I'm going to give you a couple of definitions. The reason my body was holding on to fat when I was training 5 to 6 times a week, and I was tracking my calories, and I was doing everything right, was not only because I was not like, I was putting too much pressure on my body, and my body was extremely stressed. And again, that is your body communicating. But because of that stress, my body was holding on to fat. And why my body decided to hold on to fat was because it was trying to protect itself. Again, think of it like this: when you're stranded on a deserted island and you have someone that is 10% body fat, you have someone that's like 50% body fat, and there is someone with 30 or 20% body fat, who do you think is going to survive the longest? The one with the higher fat percentage. So your body's natural reaction to abuse or being hurt or wanting to protect itself is holding on to fat. So if you are holding on to fat in certain areas of the body, that means your body is protecting itself from you. It is from you, from your abuse. And then depending on what part of the body depends on where you are abusing or hurting yourself or being unkind to yourself or beating yourself up. So I'll give you an example. When you hold on to fat in your legs, that has to do with something that you're beating yourself up about in your path in life, right? And we dive even deeper into decoding this and how to tackle this inside the membership. I will give you tools and tips and tricks, but the first thing that you can start to do is to start appreciating your body for what it already does for you, and seeing how the opposite of what you believe about yourself is true. So, for example, if I feel like I am holding on to fat in my legs and I am unhappy with the path that I'm walking in life, and I'm beating myself up about that because I am not doing the right things, I'm not getting the results that I want, I'm not doing the right things, I'm going to write down proof every single day of why I am doing the right things in life and that I'm collecting. So if people are complimenting me, is showing me that I'm doing the right thing. The same thing goes for swelling. If you're swelling in the body, like my face would get swollen and I felt like my arms were swollen, I was holding on to water weight and I was just, it wasn't moving, literally wasn't moving. So what does swelling mean? It means lack of flow in your life. It means feeling stuck. The same thing with bloating. When you have a lot of bloating in your body, that means you are stuck on something in your past and you can't let it go. It all makes so much sense. And in combination with understanding the energetic reasons of why you're holding on to body fat, or why you are swelling, or why you're bloating, or why you're struggling to put on muscle in certain parts of the body, once you start tackling the core issue and listening, because your body's speaking to you, listening to what your body is trying to tell you, that is when you're going to start seeing the results that you want, because that is all your body wants. Your body wants you to listen and work in cooperation with it. So yes, this is going to treat the core issue of why you aren't getting the results that you want, but just relying on this will also not get you there. So you need to work together with your body, listening to your body, trying to hear what it's trying to tell you, and then in combination with the right training regime and the right nutrition, you will get the results that you want. As you can see in these pictures as well, I am listening to my body so much more now. I'm training less, I'm restricting my diet less, I'm loving the foods that I eat because I listen to my body. And now my body no longer feels like it needs to protect itself in certain areas of life. And of course, there's still work to be done because it's a continuous journey and it's a continuous project. We are each a continuous project, and you should be excited about that project. Okay, guys, that was a lot of valuable information today that I've added into day 2 of the Dream Body Challenge to get you guys off on a good start. I have provided you inside the All Access page, inside the email you've just received, I have given you a workout program that you can follow. So for the days that you have decided to schedule in to your weekly workouts, you can either follow a workout program that you have, or you can follow the workout program that I have provided you inside the All Access page. And the template is here. I have a home workout variation and I have a gym workout variation. So for whichever one works for you, that's the one you can use. And tomorrow we are going to be diving into how to build your workout for the best results for you. So this is just a generalized workout program for full body workout. So it will get you going, but it is not going to target your goals exactly. That is what we're going to be diving into tomorrow. Before we close off this call, I want to show you an example of what happens when you start tackling the right things in your body and when you step away from the all or nothing approach and start staying consistent and committed with your workout programs. So one of my clients, Niti, like I mentioned earlier, she really struggled with consistency. She felt lost and she would normally do like the all or nothing approach. So we approach that in a different way. Like I did with you guys today, we committed to days and times that she knew she was able to make it to the gym. And we gave her a structured workout program and started working towards her specific goals and made sure that she could make it every single week to those sessions. Because of that and tackling those things one thing at a time. So first focusing on staying consistent and then tackling the rest, she started seeing better results. And after that, slowly everything started falling into place. So you don't have to tackle everything at once. Take one small step at a time, whether that be first scheduling your workout sessions and executing them and then tackling your nutrition, or the other way around. Whatever you know you can stick to right now, that's what you're going to do. Because once you see that you can stick to it, you'll be so much more excited to progress on your journey. If you can't stick to something, you're going to beat yourself up, which leads to holding on to fat, which leads to you not succeeding. And that is not what we want. We want to get you excited and like empowering yourself and like giving yourself rewards for doing the right thing. You need to like celebrate every win that you have. So instead of beating yourself up, try to stick to these workouts on the days and times that you know that you can, so that you can have that as a win and get excited about the progress that you are making. Here are some of the messages that I received from some of my members inside the NUSA membership after applying these principles and doing this. By just making these changes in 1 week, one of my members lost a kilo. After applying these changes and not focusing too much on like trying to do it all, one of my members started seeing that in 3 weeks she was already losing 2 kilos, and it was just going easily without too much effort and stress on it. This is another one of my NUSA members who had the same thing. She used to work with a coach that gave her 5 workout sessions a week with so many exercises, which we'll be diving into tomorrow. And she felt exhausted. She felt fatigued. She wasn't getting the results that she wanted, and she didn't feel motivated to do it anymore because it was too much. It was too much, and she couldn't stick to 5 sessions a week with all those exercises. So we took a step back. We looked at what her goals were, and we looked at what she was able to commit to. And she was able to commit to 2 days a week in the gym and working out, doing her exercises. Even because she committed to just 2 days a week, she was able to lose 2 kilos in 1 month because she was listening to her body and she was staying committed to those 2 days a week instead of trying to force 5 sessions in her week without that being possible or without being able to be consistent with that. So that just goes to show more is not always better. And we're going to be diving into that more tomorrow. So don't miss tomorrow's coaching call, because tomorrow we are going to be diving into how you can build your workout program to get the best results. So I've seen some of your questions inside the forms that I've sent out, the little survey that I asked you guys to fill out. And I've seen that a lot of you are struggling to build your workout programs and are not sure if you're doing it correctly or if you're executing it correctly. So that's what we're going to be diving into tomorrow. So it's a very important call. Don't miss it. Don't miss the replay if you can't make it live. I am going to be giving you all the secrets to achieving the results that you want inside the gym or with your workouts. And don't forget to hand in your one-on-one. I forgot to mention this yesterday. To hand in your action guides before the 20th of January. When you hand in your I keep saying one-on-one because you're going to get a one-on-one with me. When you hand in your action guides, you will get a one-on-one free coaching call with me, and I will energetically tap into your specific goals, and we will discuss what you need to be doing to achieve the results that you want on an individual basis. So don't miss out on that opportunity. You can either send them to info@nukesfitness.com, or we have a fun little fillable file so I immediately get the results from the action guides. Anyways, beautiful people, thank you so much for another wonderful challenge day, day 2 of the Dream Body Challenge. I can't wait to dive into all the juicy topics of tomorrow, and I hope you're already seeing so much progress or starting to like see how these things can be such game changers. Thank you so much again for being here today, and I'll see you tomorrow.
If you enjoyed listening to this podcast and you feel like you got a lot of value out of it, it would mean the world to me if you would rate and review the podcast and share it with someone who you feel like would get a lot of value out of it. In the meantime, come hang out with me on my Instagram @ManookFing, and I hope to see you there.